Hey guys, Tyler here from Craft to Path. I'm super excited about today's episode where we talk about what it's like to run a co-working space. But just a heads up, for those of you on audio only, the episode starts with a 1-minute video walkthrough of the space. I encourage you to check that out, but again, if you're on audio only, you might want to skip ahead about a minute. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Mathias. I'm the owner of Locus Workspace. Welcome, let's come and have a look around. We have a main space, mostly people working productively. Try to keep it quiet. Call booths, very important now.
Very nice.
4 call booths, but still not enough.
I love all the plants.
We love plants.
Yeah.
And we are in the heart of Prague, in Vinohrady. An excellent location for a co-working space.
Couldn't agree more. I always love this view of beautiful Žižkov Tower. What's your opinion of Žižkov Tower, Mathias?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that was a great introduction to the space. Thanks for doing that, Mathias. Is this my water?
I think
We
so.
share everything
It's
at
a new one.
Locus, apparently.
That's a bit much, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so thanks for showing us around. I think it's quite a busy day.
It is.
This is one of the events at Locus, which happens once a month, correct?
Yeah.
It's the co-work for the price of coffee, so...
Yeah. We try to get a bit more people from the neighborhood to come and work with us without the commitment. Just pay for one coffee and then you have unlimited coffee throughout the day. And they join us for the day. Yeah,
which is not
fun.
always the case at co-works. I was at one in Spain a couple months ago, and not only was the membership fee significantly higher, but you had to pay for all the coffee as well. And I'm like,
I hate that.
yeah, we need coffee.
Yeah, I have a couple of coffees, maybe a bit too much during the day, and then I'm always counting like how much I'm gonna pay for a whole month.
Right. But I did think it was interesting. This used to be totally free, this event. It was like Beer Friday and an open day, right?
Yeah,
but
it was a jelly.
Yeah, jelly co-work.
A jelly is an event from the beginning of co-working, actually.
Ah, okay.
It was the name of a group that came together to co-work together, but in the beginning there were no co-working spaces, so it was more in bars or in their own homes even, and they called it a jelly. And we tried to keep on this tradition of a jelly, so we did it every month, fourth Friday of the month, for free. But we had a bit of difficulty that people were signing up and not showing up. Yeah. So we saw a lot of sign-ups, had to close the event for further registrations. And then just 3 people showed up. So it's a shame for the people who actually wanted to come, but they couldn't anymore. Yeah. And we just changed it to co-working for the price of a coffee. And we asked immediately for just 60 crowns, just something small. It's €2.40. Yeah. So they commit a little bit more. They pay something, so they're more looking forward to come and want something back for their 60 crowns. Yeah,
I feel like that's an interesting case study in physical businesses. Yeah. I think sometimes people think, free is always better to get people in the door, but then it's just easy to dismiss it and not follow through.
Exactly.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But I always thought that jelly referred to the donuts that were provided. I had no idea that was a whole organization.
I don't know what was first. If the donuts just came afterwards, that's...
Cool. So can you tell us a little bit about the co-work space? As I understand it, you're not the original owner.
Just to scope a bit what the co-working space is. So we're mostly a community co-working space, and we're very international. So we have members from 28 different countries at the moment. Wow. The biggest group, about 35% is Czech, but we see that they're a little bit more internationally minded. They often have lived abroad, or they just like to be surrounded by people with an international background. And so we're also mostly for individuals. We have a lot of freelancers, remote workers, entrepreneurs, some writers, some architects, some academics, researchers. Nice mix of people, actually.
I think so.
And because everybody or most people are here alone individually, it's very easy to get started at a coffee machine, to just have a conversation, have lunches together. Everybody's very friendly, very open. So it's really nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think most people come here to have a productive day. Like, we try to make sure that the main space stays a bit calm, so they can work hard. That's why we have call booths as well. We invested in some more call booths, so it stays calm. But at the same time, we also organize a lot of events. So we give people the opportunity to come together, to meet other people. We have actually now about 11 events per week. It seems a lot for a small space like this, but not everything is in the space. And luckily for us, it's also organized by members themselves.
Yeah.
So we have a book club that's running completely alone, the yoga group as well. On Saturdays, there's 2 volunteers who run a writers club that goes strong for several years, every Saturday. And yeah, that's how we try to keep the community or create community. Everybody can join, but they don't have to. They're welcome. There's the opportunity to join if you want to, or you can also just work hard and stay focused as well.
I mean, I think there's a really good mix of work and socializing, and I feel like personally I gain energy from those little social interactions, just getting a coffee, you know, and then going back and feeling refreshed to actually focus and work. So great place to work. And it was originally founded as one of the first co-works in Prague.
2 co-working spaces opened about the same time, so it's like similar with another co-working space that doesn't exist anymore, I think. But it was founded by an American in 2010 already, so quite old.
Ahead of the times.
And he was an academic actually, and for him personally, he needed to work well. He needed to have people around him, and so that's a bit how the co-working space started. Wasn't in this location. Then he opened later a second location. This is now this location.
Oh, okay.
Had a bit of difficulties running the 2 at the same time. And eventually he closed down the first location and just kept this one, the very beautiful space.
Great light.
But then he's an academic at heart. He wanted to focus more on his research. Running a co-working space takes quite some admin work. It's not so easy, or not something that runs smoothly all the time. And at the same time, I was a freelancer in digital marketing. I was working from the space. I was a member, and I had to say I wasn't completely satisfied with my work. I spent a little bit too much time from morning till the evening at my computer. Felt like I needed a bit of a change. So I wanted to do something more with people. Didn't really know what to do actually. I was also thinking to just do tours, be a tour guide in the city, in Prague city, like for people from Belgium or from the Netherlands.
Because you're originally from
Belgium.
I was 90% sure. For that reason, I sometimes get confused.
But then COVID hit, so that was immediately like, okay, that's not gonna happen. And at the same time, the co-working space came for sale, and he was very upfront about it. He wanted to find someone to continue it in a similar way, or it would have to close down.
I see.
Yeah.
So he wasn't just going to hand it over to some corporation or...
Yeah, he wanted to avoid that.
Yeah.
But that would have been a shame, of
It
course.
worked out well.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know what motivated you to purchase the space. You were looking to do something else. Had you done a lot of research into the actual business side of things, or did you kind of just jump in and figure it out on the go?
I had a lot of sleepless nights.
Yeah, I imagine so. It's a big commitment.
Yeah, it's a big commitment. Before I was a freelancer, I was completely remote. I could work wherever I want. So starting or taking over a physical business really ties you to the place. But I took my time. I had time as well to think it over. And that was during COVID, which made it extra tough to make a decision. Like, how long is this thing going to stay? But the good thing was the previous owner, he was very open about everything. I knew him very well as well. He was very integer about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I trusted him completely. He wasn't going to give me some rubbish.
Right, yeah.
And I knew that a lot of members kept their membership to support the co-working space, to make sure that it would survive the COVID era.
Yeah, so you purchased it during COVID?
Yeah, end of 2020.
I see. So it's been about a little over 5 years now?
Yeah.
So now what does your daily work look like as owner of the space?
I do a lot of small tasks, things, actually. Like, we have a good community manager working with us, and we have 2 interns at the moment as well. They help a lot with the daily tasks. I still like to welcome new people and show them the space, show them around, and talk a bit more about them, about the co-working, or with them about co-working. That's one of the tasks, but then organizing events, trying to get speakers to give a talk in the evening once a month. That's also one of the events we do. A lot of admin tasks, arranging memberships. I'm a bit of everything now. I have to fix small things, even have to fix an issue with the toilet or with the sink sometimes.
Sure.
I have to admit that I do more handyman work here than at home. So.
Are there any challenges of the daily job that you didn't foresee before taking it on?
There have been sometimes a few conflicts between people.
Oh, okay.
And then to try to sort that out in a good way, that's challenging. But
it really is managing a community. Like, I wasn't even aware of that, and I've been working here for, I think, about 3 years.
Yeah.
So if there are conflicts, you do a really good job of mitigating and keeping it quiet, because I feel like the community meshes so well. And like I've said, I think that's what this co-work, and I just noticed the other day that community, co-workspace and community is actually written on the door.
Yeah.
It is such a big part of it, but that's what you guys do so much better than other places. And like, what do you think that other co-works, what could they do better to create a better sense of community or to invest more in their communities?
Well, I think we are lucky to have the right size for it. We are not too many people, so everybody knows everybody, kind of. And then it's really important to have events, but have regular events. People know there's going to be a community lunch on Wednesday. That's always there. If you want, you can come. It's always going to be there. Also with the coffee breaks, these things. But we try to try different things to bring people together. Sometimes it doesn't work that well. Sometimes it just kicks off and go and lives on its own. like for example, we do now a couple of language lunches. We know from talking to people, we know that they are learning German or learning Spanish, and then we try to organize an event or let them organize it, just to sit together have a lunch together. Everybody brings their own lunch, and you talk in that language. And also just making sure that people have the freedom to organize something if they want to. This is actually their space. Everything we do is so to create a good space for them to work and to live. The ultimate goal actually is that, for me, is when people come to work here, I want that they feel better, that they are happier at the end of the day than if they were working somewhere else, or they were working from home or from another place.
Yeah, well, that is 100% the case for me. So I think it absolutely works. Do you think that investing in a co-work space today is a good business move? Like, is it a sustainable business model? Or, I mean, I know there are lots of variables. It depends on the location, it depends on the size. But if you could do it all over again today, would you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think now it's going well. We had to invest quite some money and energy in improving the space a bit over the years, bit by bit. But now finally I can have it as my full-time job. Before, a couple of years ago, not. I did like 50-50.
Sure.
So now it makes sense money-wise, but also just my own life satisfaction is so much better, so much higher.
I imagine so. Having something of your own that is a physical place that's so human-focused seems very refreshing and sustainable. I envy you in that way, but I know you've put a lot of work into it. Yeah. And I think that's smart, having that 50-50 approach to where you can grow the business financially and be able to take it on as your full source of income and not jumping into it right away. Yeah. But do you think there are still opportunities out there, especially with, there's lots of talk about AI taking jobs. I think there's a lot of things going on there. It's not necessarily just that Claude is getting better. But do you think that there will continue to be potential and continue to be remote workers that will look for spaces like this?
I think so. Yeah. Especially, I think there's going to be more neighborhood community places where people come together, like a third place to go working, a place outside of your house, and it doesn't have to be. It's comfortable if it's close to your house.
Yeah.
So you can have a bit of like the 30-minute city where you can do everything. Your whole day is in the same neighborhood. I think people still look for a place to work well, but also to come together and meet other people. Working alone, there's always going to be remote workers, I think. But working alone from your kitchen table can be very depressing, at least to me.
Well, me too.
I have it difficult to do that.
Yeah.
At least for a longer period of time.
I think a lot of people do it because it's easy. I did it for almost a year when I first moved to Prague, and it saves time. Maybe I mean I used to live a 14-minute walk from this place, so I wasn't saving that much time, but still just being able to like wake up, roll out of bed, and start working. But also I think it's just not healthy to do that. It's good to get dressed and to get out of the house. So
exactly,
I totally support getting out of your home for work. If someone were interested, maybe I know a friend, I'm asking for a friend. If someone were interested in starting a co-work, where should they start? Where should they start looking or formulating a plan? What are some things to research?
They always say you have to start with the people. If you just open a place and then say, okay, now it's here, you can come and work here.
Yeah.
difficult. But if you have already like a bunch of people who are before working from home and coming together to work together, to spend some time together, if you have that community already, that can be also with events you're organizing, like you start organizing work meetups or talks you're giving in the afternoon to each other. If you have that already, you start building a community, and then you open a co-working space. Maybe they can help you with it as well. They can say what's important for them, and then you can build it around that, and then you immediately have a starting group, and it's a very good way to start.
That's really cool. Yeah, kind of reverse engineering it. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Awesome, Mathias. Well, thanks for taking the time, and thanks for creating this awesome community.
Thanks for having me here, and I hope you stick around a bit longer. It's fun to have you here.
Really appreciate that.
I don't know.